Move on 1 p.m. Eastern, and we have Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day for us, and it is the Browns +4. And man, I love Ron Crawford. Thank you for sharing your spreadsheet play of the day with us. It is the Browns +4. All right.
Why have I never seen that before?
So I use it on my show, not on this one. But yeah, I love my man Ron. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Browns 3-5, 1-2 on the road. Dolphins 6-3, 3-1 at home. Browns coming in off their bye week. I love all these. I love buys. I love capping them. I love the added elements. It makes it so much fun. Let's go to the line history here for this one. And this Dolphins team, the difference between their defense at home and on the road is it couldn't be more wild. Dolphins open up -4.5. They're now sitting -4 at Pinnacle. This total opened up at 49 as a pick'em and is not moved. No movement. Let's take a look at what the cash is here. 2,000. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. 3,984 tickets in. 45% of the tickets and 70% of the cash on the Browns. Looks like there's sharp cash on the Browns, and then 86% of tickets on the over. So we last saw the Browns snapping their 4-game losing streak in a dominant 32-13 win at home over the Bengals. They were up 25-0 at the half, finished 8 of 13 on third down. It's amazing what these Browns offensive numbers are starting to look like. They're 4th in the NFL in EPA. They're 7th in touchdowns per game. Brissett was 17 of 22 for 278 yards and a touchdown. Amari Cooper caught 5 for 131 touchdown. Chubb ran 23 times for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. They outgained the Bengals 440 to 229, and the defense looked great. And you could substitute Myles Garrett for defense there if you wanted. Myles Garrett right now has a 93.7 pass rushing grade. That's first in the NFL. He has 41 pressures. That's first in the NFL. He's just unbelievable right now. He's really playing at a very high level. Dolphins coming off their third straight win with a 35-32 victory at the Bears. 2 of 21 of 30 for 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Tyreek Hill leads the league in receiving, 7 catches for 143 yards. Jalen Waddle, 4th in the NFL in receptions, 5 catches for 85 yards. Jeff Wilson looked better. We know how bad this run game looked last year, how bad it looked first half of this year. Starting to look a little better with Jeff back there. But this defense looked so weak. They could not stop Justin Fields. They could not stop the Bears on the ground. They allowed the Bears to go 10 of 16 on third down. I have no idea what to do with the Dolphins defense. I don't know what to do because I see them at home look very good, and I see them on the road look very bad. What do you do with the Dolphins defense? Where are they in your rankings?
Yeah, it's been a team that was beat up, and this was part of the handicap, last week as well. This defense has taken some steps back, and that was, kind of on the back of seeing them give up a fair amount of points to an absolutely just horrible and beat up. The Detroit was kind of at a low spot when they faced them, and they've given up like 60 points to Detroit and Chicago. And yes, I just said how much better Chicago has looked on offense, and that was a very fun matchup for us. But this is probably a spot where Miami's starting to get a little bit overrated in the market, and their defense is atrocious. And it looked real bad at certain points last week with some of the injuries and just how they've played. Bringing in Chubb's going to help. I'm not sure if it's going to help immediately. And the please stop to Justin Fields. That was hilarious. Hard lean, probably going to take the Browns here. I'm looking for the best price on this. This is another one too where this total might be a bit high, but I'm scared to take this just with how bad I saw the Miami defense get beat at certain points last week. So I'd lean under, but more so leaning on taking the over the field goal. Miami should be like, there should probably be like 2.5, 3. So I think you're getting a little value on Browns. Not my strongest angle of the week, but this is put it on the board for me. I'll play the Browns here.
I'm interested in that. You guys are all Birdie. I've checked 3 different sites. There are no wind issues at all. Miami. on Sunday. I remember when we took the over in Miami, Chicago. There was talk about wind issues, and that we cashed that by 30 points.
Yeah, I know I'm horrible at finding out the weather. Miami's weird. It's probably going to rain at some point. It always rains a little bit. You're going to have some wind during the game. I think Cleveland's going to be fine with that. They play in a goddamn windy stadium. And the way the Browns defense, especially the front seven, looked against Cincinnati, if they can get after Tua at all, pressure him, it's hard to get the ball to Tyreek when you're laying on your back. So I like the Browns in several spots in this matchup, several matchups within the matchup. And getting 3.5 feels good here. Should be a close game. I'll take the dog.
I'm interested in joining you guys, but just to be clear, there's almost no wind whatsoever. There's 3 mile per hour wind at midnight. 5 mile per hour wind at 6 a.m.
I hope they don't go that late.
No, I mean like before the game. But, the wind gets up to 8 miles per hour and 9 miles per hour. That's it. The storm comes. The tropical storm is like tonight, isn't it? So just nothing. No concerns there here. And I've looked at 3 different sites. So I like that you guys are on the Browns. I find that very, very interesting. I think it all makes sense to me. But why do the Dolphins seem to have decent defense at home? What do you attribute that to other than this putting the opposition in the sunlight on that side?
So I guess some of it maybe comes down to the early season games where it is just hot and sticky. If you've ever been down to and I know you've been to Miami, Jimmy. Like if you get there during the hot part of the year, it's just swamp ass the minute you step out of the plane. And the fact is, they did play a very good Bills team. That was a great game. But the first game of the season was against a Patriots team that never, even with Brady, Patriots never come out hot. Patriots never play good down in Miami. Like I've already said, the Vikings are a bit overrated. That was a game they probably only won because they went to the backups in that one. And then, the other game was against a really shitty Steelers team. So some of these home games, maybe a little bit based on the matchups. And I guess, the Ravens game was wild. The fact that they won that game was something up in Baltimore. The Bengals game, the offense didn't show up there. The Jets game, the defense didn't look so hot on the road, huh? Yeah, there's a bit of a split. I think it's probably just small sample size at this point. And I'm fine just saying the Miami Dolphins defense isn't very good right now.
The Bills game always sticks in my head as well.
Yeah, I know. Just it's one of those games. We'll look back at that and probably last week with the Jets and be like, well, what the hell happened as this team? The Bills will probably end up in the AFC title game.
You have options here. Do you want the +4 at -113, the +3.5 at -105?
Yeah, I'll take the 3.5. I'll take the. It's a bit much to spend on the half point. So that's what I bet. I bet this at low. I'm a big low vig guy. I like that. It's a Bet Online clone. I got 3.5 -07. So if you give me an even better number, I'd love that.
Yeah, 5 dimes will give you the 02. So let's get you that.
I should check Bet Any Sport.
Let's give you that here. So Andy is moving.
Dying tonight, Jimmy. Nobody has election odds up hardly. It's my favorite thing is to trade election betting.
I think I'm going to join you guys. Ron Crawford, Andy, Birdie. Sounds like a group that's worth being with. Do you trust that what we're getting from the 4th in the NFL and EPA, 7th in touchdowns? Do we trust these numbers that we're getting from the Browns offense?
Yeah, and I just, again, what we saw, and it's a different style of running, obviously, when you have a dynamic quarterback who's doing it sometimes out of structure. But the fact that the rush defense has looked the way it has against decent running backs, and you're getting Chubb coming in with we didn't lose Hunt to the trade market, so it's a dynamic running offense that probably stomps on them a little. This is gonna be, I think this is gonna be a little bit of a wake up call for Miami, and maybe they get this win, but I don't think they do it by much.
I'm interested. I think I'm gonna roll with you guys on this.